Thank you. Does President Biden support or oppose legislation that is stalling Congress to create a 9/11-style commission to investigate the U.S. response to the COVID pandemic? What is the White House position on this?
So I think this has been asked before, I think during Jen's tenure. I don't have anything more to add or more to look into on this. I would have to go back to the team and see if our position has changed, but nothing new for you.
What was the position?
No, I'm just saying I know that this has come up. I just don't have anything else new to add or to go back and ask and to see where we are on that.
So but does the administration support it or oppose it?
I just answered your question.
Okay.
I said I know this has come up in the past, but I don't know if we've changed our position. I have to go back to see exactly where we are on that particular question.
Okay, thank you.
Do you feel like the process is getting closer to the end game you guys want at this point, or too early to tell?
We've been very clear on this, Phil. As you know, I think you've asked me this question almost every time you've been in the briefing room. I know you love appropriation. I understand that. And our view is this, and I'm repeating myself here as we've talked about this over the past couple of weeks, certainly since the midterm elections, which is explored in the U.S. So I think a couple of things there. Look, this is an important civil rights accomplishment that was achieved in a bicameral and a bipartisan way, and it got that support, right? And when the president signs it today, it will build on generations of civil rights.
Paul is about to enact a landmark piece of civil rights legislation, but I was hoping you could speak to the concerns that some have expressed. That what's actually in the bill could be read as something that codifies discrimination. There's a section here that speaks to the ability of nonprofit religious organizations, faith-based social agencies, educational institutions, employees of those organizations to deny services, accommodations, facilities, goods, advantages, privileges to gay couples. So how is that not codifying discrimination?
I know there's questions about religious liberty, and so we believe that the RFMA contains strong protections for houses of worship and religious nonprofits, and this question was well litigated throughout the legislative process, where it passed with both chambers of bipartisan support, and I think that matters, right? Bicameral, bipartisan support was had for this piece of legislation.
Just to follow up on what Steve asked, we understand how the legislation was framed and will be signed by the president. Do you anticipate that this administration will go back, or the Democrats will go back and try to clean up the language in the legislation so it does not codify discrimination?
Look, what we're saying to you today is that this piece of legislation was done in a bipartisan, bicameral way, and it will make a difference for millions of Americans across the country.
Up on that, so he'll sign that today, and you say there's more work to do, or is he endorsing additional work to try and change?
I don't have anything to preview from here. As I said, there are extreme conservatives who are going to continue to attack this.